Greetings of the day from CA Rajkumar Adukia and CA Namrata Nayak. Two of us as a mastermind, we want to speak to you how to get 80 marks or 90 marks in Integrated Business Solution, Paper 6, where we have an exam on 16th of May and the last paper of final exam, Group 2 also. Now, this paper is easy. This paper is scoring paper. But there are, sometimes myth created that this paper is difficult paper. This paper one will not be able to do. So we want to clear all those doubts. So I'll share my PPT and go as per that, and then we will see what more can be done. The first slide is about me, AIR 1 in May 81, AIR 6 in May 83. And what I want to speak is, I am also a current student of MA Economics and MA Psychology, plus other courses. And LLM I did 3 years back in July 21. LLB I did third year of LLB in 2009. So at any stage we can learn and we can progress. Now this paper and every paper requires, this video also. Before starting recording this video, I myself and Namrata, we told to ourselves that this will be our best video and this will be the best video in the world. So positive affirmation, you set your goal, whether you want 80, 90, 70. So paper is easy and doable. Mind power, telling subconscious mind that I can pass this paper. Visualization, vision board, that, like this photo we are having, you are getting a passing certificate in the convocation. So the attitude always remaining positive. Then the 5 case study which we will get in this paper, and we have to do 4 out of 5. State of mind is be calm, that I have studied, be healthy. Whatever my preparation is there, I have to have a self-belief. How a wrestler prepares, whatever may be a wrestler on the opposite side, I will be winning the competition. That is the attitude of any sports person, cricket team, football team, that the other team's preparation may be anything. So I will solve it fully. And this paper, the unique features are, this paper is, we get 4 hours in the examination hall. This paper contains 7 subjects of final CA, the Set A and Set B, which is corporate law and strategic cost and performance management, and 5 papers. So I may have cleared group 1 earlier, but easy to revise. So financial reporting, advanced financial management, advanced auditing, direct taxes, indirect taxes. And now the time between 14 to 16 is also sufficient to revise 7 subjects. What we should do in 4 hours, 15 minutes, which we get in examination hall, 15 minutes is to read the paper. So that 15 minutes we should utilize. Even if we need more time to read the paper, we should take it. Because well planned is half done. So if we are able to select 4 case study, we are able to select which one we will not do. And then we should read the questions. That means 5 in each case study. We have 5 MCQ of 2 marks each. So 10 marks MCQ. And then we have 15 marks, small questions of 4 marks, 3 marks. So 15 marks in descriptive. And we have to solve easiest question first. This applies in all exam, every task, everything. Though Brian Tracy has written a book, Eat That Frog. In time management, do the difficult task first. Be in examination all for full time, full 4 hours, even if we don't know. Many times if we close our eyes, think on the problem with our common sense, also we will be able to, because whatever we are studying is a common sense. Read MCQ first and answer by process of elimination like Kaun Banega Crorepati or any other MCQ. Leave space like, suppose after 5 MCQ, I have a descriptive questions, 3 descriptive questions. I know first question. Second, I have little doubt. Then I can leave the space, do third, or I can do third first. There is no necessity that I should solve them in sequence. Always have 10 minutes at the end to review answer sheets. If there are error in writing, grammar error, spell error, then the 6 papers, the pass percentage is 40. But as you know, if we are giving both the groups together, in group 1, I can get 120. And in group 2, I can get 180. So that will also make 50% average passing. And MCQ, it is 30 marks in 5 papers. But this paper is a special paper. And set A and set B, I've just given the syllabus. Set A, the Companies Act, there are few chapters like directors, winding up. Out of 29 chapters, 470 sections in Companies Act, which is of 50 marks. Very easy to score. There are 4 SEBI regulations, which are of 20 marks. And then there are 3 legislations, FEMA, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, 30 marks. And we have set B, where strategic cost management is 50 marks. Strategic performance management is 50 marks. We are talking about, what a case study may come. Let examiner do anything. Let him ask financial management out of 100 marks, say 30 marks, 40 marks. We will be able to. In indirect tax, we know we have customs and foreign trade policy for 20 marks and GST for 80 marks. Now, this paper is a very interesting paper. Initially, when I took over as a chairman, I also started reading this paper and I felt this paper is difficult because that was the messages I was getting from the students. There are not enough books. So I collected from the, like we have, Vinod Agarwal has written a book on integrated business solution. There is a book by Atul Agarwal. So it is not that only module we should study. Everything available in this world on this we should study. So this paper, tries to find out solutions where a business is to be acquired, business is to be expanded, or a loss-making department is to be hived out. Like, we have in AS24 discontinued operations. So it facilitates tax optimization, the possibility of outsourcing, focus on core business, possibilities of extension, scalability. So this paper is a very interesting paper. Then in each case study, as I said earlier, we have MCQs. So we have 20 MCQs, 5 MCQs in each case study. We have to do 4. So 5 into 4, 20, and each MCQ is of 2 marks. There are no negative marking. So we must answer MCQ. So even if we are answering by guess, if we are lucky, there is no mandatory question in this paper. So 4 questions are to be answered, and then in descriptive we have 3 or 4 small questions. So very interesting. And as I said, a lot of things are given. Rajkumar Adukia did graduation in 1980. Then he did CA in 1983. Then he did company secretary in 2008. Then he did LLM in 2000. Now all that information is not relevant. But 10, 15 line in a case study is, describing the business environment. Then what I have found out, go directly to MCQ and descriptive questions and then read at the facts. Because this MCQs will give us an idea whether it is on AS, whether it is on financial reporting, whether it is on FM, and things like that. Descriptive questions may cover other things, other subjects. So this 8 questions, 5 MCQ and 3 descriptive, may cover all the 7 subjects. Each issue in the question is standalone, and we can have a reference to the question, the paragraph. Avoid books. This is another peculiar feature of this paper is, it is an open book exam. That means we can carry the books, we can refer the books, and we can answer. It is suggested that we should not copy whatever is written in the book. We can make our own summary. God has given us the biggest CPU of the world. We have a hardware, which is our brain, which is at the top of our body. And therefore, this part is, when we talk of 7 chakra, so this part is of very high importance. So we should process in our CPU, write what we know the best. So out of 4 case study, take one which we know best. As I said earlier, if we get stuck in some descriptive, leave the space. Similarly, in objective, MCQ, if we get stuck, do other 3, other 4. Books to take, I have made a list I will talk about. Now, there is one question I can request my colleague Namrata to elaborate on this.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So for the benefit of all the students, we just thought, let us understand how to answer the MCQ.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we'll just go through one of the MCQ and understand what should our focus area be while we are answering the question. So in this question, the gist of the question is Harsh Chavda is an professional and he provides management consultancy and internal audit services to his clients. At the same time, he has also taken up some coaching classes for a person called Mr. Jaman and other few as CA aspirants. Okay, and the time that he is spending is 3 days a week and 1 hour a day. So what is the question? The question is focused on whether he is guilty of professional misconduct as he is teaching for certain hours, and does Council of Chartered Accountants whether it permits this. So whether any specific approval has to be taken. So this is the question that they are asking. So if you see the MCQ, the very options that are given, it's all confusing, right? So what we need to do is recall. Sir, if you could just go to the next slide. So there is some emphasis on few facts here, and the facts are what is the time that he is spending. So it's 3 days a week and for 1 hour a day. So which makes it 3 hours a week. So we should remember what is a council regulation here. So I think it is regulation 190A, which I have mentioned in the next slide. If sir could just navigate there. Yes. So the regulation 190A grants general permission for private tutorship and a part-time tutorship. So the cap on the number of hours that a chartered accountant can spend is 25 hours a week. So if it is within 25 hours a week, then we need not take permission from the council. So the general permission is already available. So if it exceeds 25 hours a week, then it has to, the permission, special permission has to be taken. So do not see the multiple options which are given in the MCQ for a while. Instead, evaluate the given scenario in the light of this applicable regulation. So the evaluation says that Harsh Chavda is spending less than 25 hours a week, and hence he has a general permission of the council. Hence, to conclude, he is not guilty of any professional misconduct as he is teaching within the prescribed hours permitted by the council. So once we have assimilated the information, evaluated it, and concluded it, we have an answer with us, right? So then what we can do is just go to the options and select the right option. So don't get confused because they all look similar. So if you do a evaluation like this, it will really help. So then on the descriptive questions also, if you see the descriptive question, the emphasis is on certain words. So if you could just navigate to the next slide. Yes. Let's see few questions here. It says calculate the NAV per unit of the scheme. So, what the question paper expects you to do is to calculate. So the next sub question here is explain any three advantages as well as drawbacks of investing in mutual fund. So we are expected to elaborate and explain the advantages, right? So please be mindful about the marks which are allocated also. Sometimes we write too much or we write some keywords may be missing. So just be focused on the words that you're using and understand the expectation of the question. In the question number 7, it also says briefly explain and the same and state the procedures to be followed by Komal regarding validity of the balances relating to purchases, right? So state the procedures. So then it is about the audit procedures which are pertaining to assessment of the risk of material statements, right? So understand this and then start writing the answer. Again, in the next question also, it says assess each of the hard and soft elements. So assess. So you have to see the pros and cons and just explain it a little and give your view on that. So assessment. So these are the key words which are used in the question. So it becomes important to know the expectation and then answer the question. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Then, I have talked about what books to take because, so one is the Compendium of Indian Accounting Standards. There is a Taxman book which gives all the 41 Indian accounting standards Ind AS. Then Compendium of Bare Audit and Assurance Standards. The Chartered Accountants Act 1949 and regulations. Good book which I have referred for my advanced financial management. I can take module also, but modules are too many. Then good book referred on costing, the Income Tax Act 1961, GST Act, and then we have allied laws like Integrated GST Act, the Companies Act 2013, 4 SEBI regulations. We can take a printout of those 4 regulations which are like SEBI LODR, SEBI ICDR 2018, SEBI substantial acquisition of shares and prohibition of insider trading. Otherwise, taxmen on SEBI, they have come out with 3 manual. Then good book on, so this I have repeated because in item 5 also I have referred. So on each subject, we can take one book. So this is, in brief, I have given a coordinate of my mastermind Namrata also. And we love any student can put any question to us, WhatsApp to us, and WhatsApp the email ID and the place in which they are residing, the city. and we'll be very happy to answer on any subject, any chapter. So this is in brief about how in the easiest manner this paper called Integrated Business Solutions can be answered. We wish myself and Namrata, both of us, wish each one of you to pass CA final exam and look forward to see you in next convocation. You know, we have a convocation on 7th July and 14th July this year. So those students who have passed in the earlier exam, November 23. So this is all from my side. CA Namrata, do you want to add on something before
Yeah, thank you, sir.
subscribe my
And
channel? Hmm.
yeah, wish you all the best. Best wishes to all the students who are giving the final. And the convocation is not too far, so we should have the excitement, and we should visualize ourselves, attending the convocation, taking the degree, right? So it all begins with that visualization and the level of preparedness also. So for this IBS paper, you still have time to prepare, and you've already read all the subjects. So we should be comfortable, and all that is required is recalling. So please recall whatever you've read in the past for all the other subjects, and it's just application of mind, right? So you will be able to rock in the exam, and please have this positive attitude and the self belief in you, and we are sure we'll be able to see you at the convocation once the exams are over. Wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Namrata ji. Wish you best. All the best once again.